Still ahead, continuing coverage of breaking news. Some of the unanswered questions in the Jussie Smollett case. Why the records are sealed and what happens next.
Now to continuing coverage of the Jussie Smollett case. The Cook County State's Attorney's Office dropped all of the charges against him. He faced charges for filing a false police report in which he said he was the victim of a hate crime. Now, a big part of the investigation involved the Smollett's alleged accomplices, the Olsson brothers. So what are the brothers now saying? NBC5's Chris Hush is live in Lakeview with that part of the story for us. Chris.
We are in Ravenswood, and this is where those brothers live. And we knocked on the door today, but did not get a response from them. You'll remember, though, that this is also where police did that raid, which led to the arrest of the brothers. From there, they started cooperating with police, which led to the charges against Jussie Smollett. With today's news, much like you, we have a lot of questions about their side of the story. No answer today at the Ravenswood home of the Olsson brothers, both playing a pivotal role in the investigation, providing evidence to police that led to the charges. Those charges now dropped.
And if their facts, as they know them, did not check out, then they would not have been going home that day.
In media interviews, Gloria Schmidt, the attorney for the brothers, said they took part in the alleged fake attack because they thought Jussie could help their careers. The only surveillance image released from that area of the alleged fake attack shows two people believed to be both brothers. Police even claimed this $3,500 check was written out to the brothers by the Empire star, a payment for them to attack him. That claim later refuted when a snapshot of the check revealed it was written for a 5-week nutrition workout program. Then another twist, when an extra working on the set of Empire told NBC5 at least one of the brothers once used homophobic slurs. Tweets from an old account believed to belong to one of the brothers also surfaced with similar anti-gay language.
When he said, use the word, that was like, wow. So that just threw me for a loop.
Their attorney calling the revelations a strategic PR grenade. Most recently, one of the brothers was seen winning a Golden Gloves boxing match in Cicero. Still, with nothing more to say about the case, that has yet again raised more questions than answers. And today, a spokesperson for their attorney tells me, quote, they're still trying to figure out everything and not to assume that a statement would be released on their behalf. For Live in Ravenswood, I'm Chris Hush, NBC5 News.
You're right. Still lots of questions. Thanks so much, Chris.
And today, Chicago's top cop said he was surprised by the decision, and Mayor Emanuel sharply criticized the move.
Former Cook County State's Attorney and law professor Tom Glasgow joins us now to talk about some of these unanswered questions. Boy, there are a lot of them. First of all, nobody really saw this coming. How does this happen, and is it unusual?
This is a highly unusual case because normally we don't have something where it's motioned up in an emergency motion. You come before the judge and then everything is dismissed and then expunged and sealed. Typically, it doesn't occur that way. What happens is, even if the prosecutor dismisses the case, you subsequently come back and you file a petition to expunge. That petition winds its way through the court system, takes about 8 months to go through. The police get a chance to object. The state police get a chance to object. And then there's a hearing on it. That didn't have any of this in this case. It just simply was a summarily dismissed case, and then they sealed the file and expunged everything.
It was so hush-hush. So the police superintendent, the mayor, both blindsided. And as you mentioned, the record's sealed. So will we have access to them? Will we see them? Because, there were a lot of leaks within the police department.
Right.
So what happens?
Well, I don't think that you're going to see any of this evidence anytime soon because it was given to the state's attorney. Most of it was gained through the grand jury investigation, and grand jury investigations are secret by law. So the state's attorney can't reveal anything that went on during the course of the grand jury. It most likely will be disposed of in some point or impounded by the state's attorney's office for any future investigation that they may have or any ongoing investigation they may have. But the thing is the perception from the public of seeing this done so quickly in a manner where everything was dismissed and nobody was given notice. The perception from the public and the integrity of the system is really what's at stake here. And you want the public to have faith in the criminal court system, because if you don't, then people lose faith in the system and they begin to take acts on their own. It's very important that the public's faith in what occurred is reestablished. They need to come out and explain exactly what happened and why. Why? Was there new evidence? Was there evidence that we don't know about? Or was there something that they just came to an agreement and decided we're going to do this for the diversionary issues?
And then with the ceiling, it seems like we may never know. What happens with that information for the FBI? Do they have access to any of the information that might have been in the file that's now sealed?
It's a good question. They actually have a differentiation between the state and the federal authorities. The federal authorities can subpoena the material, and they may have, but that's not something that we're going to know because most likely it'll be a federal grand jury subpoena, which also is secret.
All right. There are so many questions. We could keep you here all afternoon to try to flush this all out, Tom.
I understand.
I'm sure you're going to be back on. That's my prediction here.
Well, I appreciate it. There are a lot of questions in this case that I think the public really does have a right to know.
That's kind of the key. The public really wants that confidence, like you said.
Exactly.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Thanks so much.